According to multiple media reports, China's Type 076 amphibious assault ship, the Sichuan, was launched by the end of 2024 and has completed 6 months of equipment installation and testing, making it ready for sea trials. The ship measures 252 meters in length with a displacement exceeding 40,000 to 50,000 tons, surpassing India's largest active warship, the Vikrant aircraft carrier. Unlike the Vikrant, which took over a decade to build and became a global laughingstock with 3 launches, the Sichuan began construction in 2023 and was launched by the end of 2024, showcasing China's industrial strength and overshadowing the Bharat Empire. Many may not know that the Bharat Empire, lacking experience in building large warships, rushed to construct the Vikrant aircraft carrier. Construction was halted due to insufficient special steel, and delays in other equipment and raw materials caused repeated setbacks. The 3 launches were just the beginning of the embarrassment. Initially, Russia supplied the special steel, but delays occurred due to Russia's limited military-industrial capacity. India then developed its own special steel, which military experts widely consider insufficient for military use due to its lack of strength. Aircraft carriers require frequent takeoffs and landings, demanding steel with extremely high strength and excellent fatigue resistance. For example, the Shandong and Liaoning carriers recently conducted operations in the Pacific near Japan, completing hundreds of takeoffs and landings in just a few days. Such high intensity would pose serious safety risks if the deck steel did not meet standards. However, the Bharat Empire's Vikrant is unconcerned by this, as it lacks sufficient carrier-based aircraft, let alone frequent operations. The outdated MiG-29K fighters purchased from Russia have seen many crashes, with fewer than 30 operational units and insufficient spare parts. These aircraft must support 2 carriers, making regular deployments impossible. As a result, the Bharat Empire's carriers often sail with empty decks. The Vikrant is merely a propaganda tool to showcase the Bharat Empire's so-called strength, not designed for actual warfare. During the recent India-Pakistan air conflict, the Vikrant carrier group cruised the Arabian Sea but did not dare engage. Fearing Pakistan's air force, it fled back to its home port, a humiliating retreat. The so-called dual-carrier battle group proved ineffective when the nation was humiliated by Pakistan, serving only as a talking point for Modi and BJP officials. Now, with the launch of China's Type 076, this massive ship, equipped with an electromagnetic catapult system, can rapidly deploy large fixed-wing drones and J35 fighters. Combined with rotary-wing drones and helicopters, its combat power far surpasses the Vikrant. If the Bharat Empire possessed such a warship, Paki Sharma and her peers would have celebrated wildly, proclaiming India's entry into a 3-carrier era. Yet, this formidable vessel, which outclasses the Indian Navy, is classified by China as an amphibious assault ship, not even a carrier. However, its naming after a province indicates that the military built it to carrier standards. China's naval shipbuilding speed astonishes the world. China's total naval tonnage now exceeds that of the US, though it lags in the number and quality of aircraft carriers. However, China's other warships, such as the Type 055 destroyer, are undeniably world-class in both quantity and quality. China also operates numerous Type 052 destroyers, Type 054 frigates, conventional submarines, and nuclear submarines. Over the next decade, China simultaneously constructing multiple carriers and amphibious assault ships will become routine. The next carrier, the Type 004 nuclear-powered carrier with a displacement exceeding 100,000 tons, is already under construction. Improved versions of the Type 076 will also continue production, likely featuring advancements in hull design, propulsion systems, and displacement. By then, China will be the only nation capable of challenging the US in blue water operations. the US will be forced to counter China's shipbuilding surge at several times, or even 10 times. The cost. China's shipbuilding industry accounts for over 60% of global capacity, while the US has declined to the same level as the Bharat Empire, below 0.5%. However, the US retains a significant advantage in existing assets, with its nuclear submarines and carriers still leading globally. So while under pressure, it is not yet in panic. For the Bharat Empire's navy, which claims to be Asia's top navy, aims to secure the Indian Ocean and seeks to make it India's ocean. China's continuous launch of advanced warships, along with their aircraft and missiles, is a nightmare. Within a decade, China could deploy 1 carrier, 2 amphibious assault ships, several Type 055 and Type 052D destroyers, Type 054 frigates, and nuclear submarines to lock the Bharat Empire's navy in its ports. At that point, claiming to be Asia's top navy will be irrelevant. Even sailing out to sea will be a significant challenge. If China deploys aircraft in Pakistan and Bangladesh or signs mutual defense agreements with these countries, India will become a completely encircled orphan. I understand that, in terms of strength, India has already faced significant humiliation. However, as long as New Delhi remains unconquered, the Bharat Empire will always claim victory. Even after a defeat, a 10-day national celebration would uplift the populace. Losing to Pakistan warrants a 10-day celebration. Losing to China would surely call for a month-long one. So, the question arises, if one day the Bharat Empire is defeated by Bangladesh on the battlefield, how many days should they celebrate?